Hello everyone, welcome back to the video series on FreeCAD for engineering drafting. In this video, we will reproduce a given dimensional engineering drawing using FreeCAD software. So here the drawing represents a plate with the chamfered edges on both the sides along with the two cavities being provided with the different diameters at the different locations. So our focus will be on interpreting the dimensions correctly and using the workbench tools to create the outer profile and then to locate the holes and apply the required dimensions. So this exercise will help you understand the practical workflow of drafting from a given drawing. And this is essential for engineering drawing practice and CAD applications. Let us begin the drafting process. Let me go with the FreeCAD software. And again, go with the new file. In the workbench, instead of part design, select the draft. So once the draft has been selected, change the view to top. Right. So now the workspace is ready to draft the given drawing. So we are having a rectangle of size 120 by width is 77. Total height is 77, whereas the width is 120. Let me draw with the rectangle command and then we can chamfer the edges. So I can go with the rectangle command. So this is the rectangle. I'll click this one, pick any point and then move the cursor towards the right side. Then on the left side, the dialog box, the task, in that local delta X, you can type it as 120. Press the tab button. It will go for local delta Y. There you can type it as 77 and then press the tab. Since it is a two-dimensional object, Z will be 0. Then you can press enter. So now the rectangle is ready with the given dimensions. Okay, so first let me finish up with the dimensions. Then I can go with anything, right? So I'll check with the dimension. You can see if I'm giving means you can see I have the proper dimensions 120. But one thing you can observe, the letter size is somewhat less. And most of the drawings will have the predefined arrow is a dot. So those things should be changed. So for which you can go with the edit command, preferences, and in that left side, bring it down, go to the draft. So in that draft, you can go with the text and dimensions. So the font size, you can see it is predefined with the 3.5. Let me go with the 5 mm. Line spacing factor, scale multiplier, it's not required to be changed. And then arrow type. So normally predefined will be dot. So you can change it to arrow. Right. Next thing is that this one will be switched on always. Show unit will be switched on always. So we can remove that one. And the number of decimals, mostly it would have been given as a 2. So make it as a 0. It purely depends on the given diagram. So here in that given diagram, you can see there is no dimension with decimals. So in that case, the decimals are not required. So the number of decimals can be given as a 0. Right. And then dimension line overshoot, it's not required. And then dimension line length, you can make it as a 0 itself. And extension line overshoot, you can make it as a let it be as such. If needed, we can check it. Right. So these are the things you need to change it. Now we can apply it and give it as OK. So now this already defined one will not be changing. So I can delete that one and I can check it once. So go with the dimension command, pick that points and pick that one. Now you can see the text height is somewhat larger, which will be visible. But one thing we failed to change is the size of the arrow. So size of the arrow is very small, that has to be changed. So let me go with again the edit preferences. So even you can change the arrow sizes here itself. But if you are doing this one in the sense for each and every dimension, you need to change it. So insert better you can go with this preferences and change it as a constant one for all the dimensions. So predefined, it's been given as a 0.6. So let me go with the 2.5. For example, let me check that one whether it's working properly or not. So press the apply button and give it as OK. Right. Then I can do the dimensioning once. Now you can see this is somewhat okay, but it's somewhat larger. So if required, you can change it, reduce it to somewhat lesser value. So initially I gave, so I gave 2.5. So I think better 1.5 would have been sufficient enough. So let me check once and we'll proceed with the drawing. Okay, this is sufficient, right? So let me have this one. Next, what is the next thing is that I need to make this two edges should be a chamfered edge. But I can't do the chamfered edge with the rectangle command. So what you can do is select this any one portion of this rectangle, go with a downgrade command, press it twice so that all the edges will be separated. It's not an object now. It has been a line. Now select these two lines, right? So you can see this side it is 33, this side is also 33. So since both the sides are same, we can go with the chamfer command directly. Whereas on the other side, this side is a different comparing to this side. This is similar to this one, 33 only, whereas this side is a larger one. So that we can do it in a separate way by using the line command itself. So now we can use the chamfer command for this one. So select these two lines only being chamfered. So go with the filler command here. Press this one. So here, create chamfer, press this one as well as select this delete original object. So here the radius is 33. So select that one and make it as 33. So now we can see a chamfered edge is available. Next, I need to do the same thing here also. Instead of going with the chamfer command, let me go with the line command also. In both the way we can do it. So for which, for example, I'm just deleting this one. Okay, because total length is not required. So I can make this line to be brought on the other side. Let me check with the half set command. So just select this half set command and then press the line. Now you can see if I am moving in the sense, this entire three lines will be moving because now it is not a single line. We made it as a chamfered edge because now it has made it as a object. So again, press that particular line alone, go with the downgrade twice. Now this has been made as a separate line. Now you can go with the half set command, bring it to this edge. So this is over. And one more thing is that this edge, I need to find this particular corner. So the distance from the left extreme is 33 plus 45, which comes as 78. So I can go again with the half set command, go with the distance of 78. Okay. So go with the distance of 78. So, but I need to find this distance. So let me go with the trimx command. So this is the trimx command. So just go up to this edge. So this is the point where I'm supposed to connect this corner. Right. Now I can go with the line command. Select this point and select this point. Okay. So this extended portion can be removed by using the trimx command again. So press the trimx command, bring it to the edge up to which it has to be trimmed. So now it is over. So I can remove this line. This is a construction line. So outer edges are over. Outer edges are over. Now I need to draw this circles, two circles. That is the cavities being provided. So these two, for drawing this one, first I need to locate the center point of those two circles. For this 36 dia circle, the center point is located at a distance of 36 and 36 both in the x direction as well as y direction from the left to bottom extreme. So now I can find that particular position. Let me go with this line. Make it as a half set at a distance of 36. If this one, and here also this line can be made it as a half set with a distance of 36. So that intersection will represent the center point of that particular circle. Let me draw the circle using the circle command. Press the circle. It will ask for the center point. Pick the center point as the intersection. And now it will ask for the radius. So here the diameter is given as 36. So we need to give it as a radius. So in that case, we can give it as 18. So after doing this one, select the circle. Most of the people would have got with a white color filled object. So for which in the display mode, normally flat lines will be there. Select that one, make it as a wireframe. So that filling will be removed. Right. And next thing is that I need to draw the second circle. So that is located at a distance of 84 from the left edge and from bottom it is 20. So again, I can go with the half set command at a distance of 84 from the left extreme. Similarly, the bottom one has to be offset at a distance of 20. Let me give that distance as 20. So this intersection will give the center point of the second circle. So second circle is having a diameter of 20, therefore radius will be 10. So select the circle command, pick the intersection, and then give the radius as 10. Again, display mode, make it as wireframe. So both the circles is also been drawn. As of now, please don't delete this extension or construction line, because for doing the dimensioning, these are required. After dimensioning, these things can be removed. Right. Next, I can go for dimensioning the objects, before which you can see the axis lines has to be given for these circles. So I can draw with a line command. So let me go with this one. I can give in this way. I can extend up to some point. The same extension can be okay, let me do that one. I'm sorry, better we can do the extension, oh sorry, the axis lines later after doing with the dimensions. So first I can draw this dimension. So first is from the left extreme to the center point of the first circle, it is 36. So I can go with the dimension command, pick this corner and pick this edge. So bring it downwards, you'll be getting 36. So first dimension has been done. Second dimension is from the same edge up to the center point of the second circle. Now select the same edge. Oh, sorry. So, go with the dimension command, select the same edge and go to the center point of the second one. Bring it downwards. You will be getting 84. Similarly, the third dimension is overall width of the rectangle. That is 120 has to be done. For which select again the dimension line, pick the endpoints, bring it downwards. Okay. So horizontal dimensions being done at the bottom. One thing you should remember that always the larger dimension should be outerwards, the smaller dimension should be innerwards. In that way only the dimensioning should be done. Now going with the vertical dimensions, you can see this is 36 from the base to the center of the first circle. So let me go with that one, dimension. Pick this point and the center point is this one. So bring it down. So 36. And one more dimension is from this edge to this edge. So for which you can see that if I am going with this one, selecting this one and selecting this one, it will be starting from here itself. So if I want to draw a line from this one, in the sense, this option should be on. That is snap extension should be always on. So that only we can get the extended point. You can see that I can bring the extension like this. Okay. Now I can select this one and bring it with the same with this same extension. I can bring it outward somewhere. Okay. And one more thing is that this 44 also to be done. So I can go with the same dimensioning command, bring it. I can go with this one up to that same point. Make sure that all the dimensions, if you are going with the parallel dimensions, all should be in the same straight line. That should be done properly. Then one more vertical dimension is from here to here. That is from the base to the center of the second circle. So select this edge and this point. Bring it on this side. You will be getting 20. Okay. And one more thing, the diameters. So the diameters has to be done. That we can do it later stage. One thing is that we need to do this, the top dimensions. Top dimension is this is 33 and this is 45 to be done. Let me go with this one first. And then this one. Place it here, 45. So the last dimension is from here to here. So I can select this one. I can select any point from here. I can bring it on this corner up to this one. I can bring it. I don't think that I'll be getting. Yes. But I made it in I didn't pick the exact point. So I need to pick this exact point, then only I'll be getting that one. So if any such errors are coming in the sense, bring it. A temporary line can be drawn. Okay. So again, I can pick this edge and I can pick this edge, bring it to this particular point. Now you can see that the text has been flipped. So if you are getting any such a case in the sense, you can see under the text option, flip text is available. So you can change it to true so that it will come in the required direction. One thing you should assure is all the dimensions should be in this direction or otherwise in this direction. So no dimension should be like this. Let me explain that one. No dimension should be in this direction. Okay, make sure that all the dimensions should be viewed from this direction as well as from this direction. Right. So now the linear dimensions are over. So left out are the this diameter as well as this axis lines. Now I can remove all those construction lines. These construction lines being left out only to get the dimension points. So everything has been removed. Now I can draw this the axis line. Let me take one extreme point and I can bring it downwards. After which I can go with the trim X command. I can bring it somewhat larger size. Okay. Similarly, I can draw one more line in the horizontal direction also. I can go with the extended portion and again go with the trim X command, extend that one on the other side. So similarly, you can do it for the second circle also. If you want to get a proper straight line, whether it's a vertical or horizontal, don't forget you can press the shift key. If you are pressing the shift key, you will be getting a proper straight line without any bends. Okay, so now lines been drawn, but only thing is that this is an axis line. This is not an edge. So axis line, you can see it is in the form of a dash dot. So that has to be done. So select those lines which has to be changed to a dash dot lines. So select the lines. Now you can see under this property window, you can comes under this object style, in which you can see that draw style is available, right? So initially it is in the solid. So make it as a dash dot, the last one dash dot. Now we can see it will form in the form of a axis line, right? And one more thing, you can see that if I am zooming this one, the circles, we can see it is not in the form of a smoother curve. We can see it is in the form of a connection of straight lines. So that has to be smoothened, for which select the circle in that object style, angular deflection should be given as 1. And in some cases here itself, now you can see after make it as a 1 degree itself, we got a smoother curve. But in some other cases, it may not be possible enough to get that smooth curve. So in addition to this 1 degree angular deflection, the deviation also should be made as 0.01. Some other systems may not be compatible to take 0.01. In that case, you can give it as 0.1. That is sufficient. So now you will be getting a smooth curve. Right. Similarly, you can do the same thing here also. You can see if I am bringing closer to this one, you can see it is in the form of a connection of straight lines. So select this one also. Make the angular deflection as 1 degree as well as deviation as 0.01. So I'll get a smooth curve. So once this been done, left out is the dimension for the circle. Let me go with the dimension command. I'll show one more thing. Go with the dimension command. Pick any 2 points on the circumference. You can see that I am picking this point. If I am giving any exactly at the center point, you can see you'll be getting an arrow, which means that it is a linear dimension. One more example, you can see that I am going with the dimension command with the same thing. Pick anywhere. We can see, let me go with the text flip. Text flip. We can see the difference. So here it is showing 36 only, but here you can see that it is showing diameter 20. Even though the text height as well as the arrow sizes are somewhat larger for this particular dimension, let me reduce that one also. 4, I can give this one, and similarly arrow also I can reduce it. So let me give it as a 1. So this is sufficient. Now see the difference. Here we done the same dimensioning command only, but the variation here is it's showing a linear dimension. Here it's showing the circular dimensions, either the radius or the diameter. So how to do this one for the circles in the sense, normally don't go with the dimension directly before selecting the object. First is select the object, then go with the dimension. Pick any point, anywhere. You'll be getting this one. Now you can do the flip type. Arrows, text can be flipped. You'll be getting this one. But on the other hand, if you are doing this one directly with the dimension command and picking the 2 edges anywhere in the sense, you will be getting a linear dimension only. Is that clear? That is a difference. So normally if you are going with the dimensioning a circle or any arc in the sense, select that object, then go for the dimension. Let me give it in this direction also. Anywhere you can give it. I'm sorry, I just gave it in the vertical direction. Vertical is not allowed. You need to give it either in the inclined direction or in the sorry, anywhere in the inclined direction only. You should not give it as a horizontal or vertical direction. Okay, that's it. So in this way only this object has to be drawn. So one thing is that you can see that all are given in only numbering, units are unknown. So for which you can go with the text command, click anywhere. Let me click it here. So this text window will be opened, in which you can type everything. All dimensions are in small mm. You can see except this mm, all the other letters being given in uppercase. So just create the text. You'll be getting in this way, right? If you need this text height to be changed in the sense, it's impossible in this case itself. So select this one, and now here in this model you can select that one, and now you can go with this text in which font size is 5. It's been given. That's what we gave it as a predefined. If you want means you can increase it. Okay, so in this way only this particular this drawing can be done using the FreeCAD software. Thank you.